They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's King. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. A first down throw from Mills. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, this defense for the Texans, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return, it's King. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now Mills on the bootleg.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's Chester Rogers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I felt like my progress was impeded right there. Like they wouldn't let me move as fast. Like I was in an animation or some shit.
And now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing, Mills.
That's a pick. Come on, Roquan. You there, bro? I can't get the plays from my best players. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't get it from my best guys. I'm out here bad. Now you want to make the play.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault.
Jeez, bro.
The offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
There you go. That's a good tackle. That's a beautiful tackle, boy.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Mills to throw it.
Yeah, we needed that, Jaquan. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. Ooh. Oh, we got one. Good shit, bro.
There he goes, right side.
Fucking Brandon Cooks.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They run the option on second down.
A solid stiff arm, and he'll be out of bounds. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll run with Montgomery, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mills
Get to the ball. Get to the ball.
Points 1, 2, and 3 on defensive game plans to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, the offense hangs on to.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying
get to the ball,
here,
bro.
a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs, you know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here comes Pettis on the return. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going up the gut, Montgomery.
All right.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Seven, our score after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch for the Bears' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a Chicago 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On 2nd down and 4. Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Good short hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Oh, baseline?
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Rolling to his right.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Montgomery back to the ground. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bears have taken the lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Play action now, Mills.
Rodgers brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
On the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 44, Mills swings this one out wide for Pierce. And the tackle going to be made at the
Why would you swing this nigga to get 2 more yards, though?
They're coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
Quick throw to Collins.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with Pierce.
taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And trying to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't full.
And when they're not full,
yeah, I'm winning. But it's, hey, come here, man. You all right?
You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Play fake, now Fields to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
He's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, plays like that makes the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage. Their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Santos with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Come on, teamwork.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Mills. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Real good run right up the gut.
Rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Mills. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Mills on first down.
That was my spot. This shit, get the pick, get the pick.
This throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mills again.
Good shit, boy.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Mills.
Come on, son. What you gotta get? That's supposed to be under that.
Also into field goal range at the 28.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest at first half.
I'm really mad that the linebacker gave up the coverage.
Mills to the air again.
That's a pick!
Tight end Jordan. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They go play action. Mills.
Come on, bro. Intercept the ball. That cost us 3 points.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jalen, come here.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing again on second down. Mills. And Cooks has it over the middle. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now in his 9th NFL season, Brandon Cooks remains a model of consistency. Had a career-best 90 catches in 2021 and his 6th 1,000-yard season in the last 7 years. No surprise there that they were looking for him to pick up a first down, and he gets it done.
Off the play fake, Mills. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and the advance it downfield.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Dameon Pierce is such a fun guy to watch as a runner. He can make a guy miss 1 second and then power through a defender the next. Never had a 100-yard game while at Florida, but I expect more than a handful here in the NFL.
Play fake, Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I have no clue what that man was doing.
Game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They give it to Freeman up the gut. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Man, come on, bro. This video game has shit that's going on.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. This one big
blitz coming and down he goes. Christian Kirksey. The O-line
this nigga probably feels so good about himself, man. He getting pressure on this like
the
the
previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on second and long. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him. One with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Read option. Here's Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery taking it in from the 20. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
They have a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Mills. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Mills. Cooks on the quick slant. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first.
But he only makes it to the 34. And a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mills now. He gets it to Cooks. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mills now from the 50.
Man, that guy, I was about to say,
Incomplete.
what the
His
fuck?
back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
What's up?
Still winning.
I am. I got one more quarter left, bro. If it gets dark, oh yeah, I
From
scream tomorrow.
Soldier Field in Chicago, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw his Mills.
Yeah, that is. Finally.
Intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tavon Young. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Santos with the extra point, and they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear out on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Sheldon Richardson picks up his
Oh,
second
the
sack
fucking
of the
kicker got hurt.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rodgers. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going.
I wonder why that corner didn't go to his zone.
Yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down.
I wonder what he was thinking.
But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Good shit.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be taken
That man
down.
ran that play a bunch of times.
Get across midfield.
And keep calling for it.
A short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline. Because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Again, it's Mills. He gets this one to Mechie. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
You're all on it. Good shit, Roquan.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mills to throw it. Throw complete there.
That's it.
And this
Oh my God.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. It's complete.
Roquan.
Running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient. followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
11. There we go.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Chicago. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Damn. Go grab my shoes, my sneakers.
You're about to be finished?
Yeah, no, I got 15 seconds. Grab my shoes. And put your shoes on.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles